Is this thing on? Look, the messy bottom. Katie McCarthy's a cunt.
Welcome from the reaches near and far. Gather ye round the flame that is Uncensored Radio. Thank you for joining us today, everyone. It's UCR Live, back again for another week. It's officially, I guess, time changeover in wherever we are, because it's now 11 o'clock again in Australia and it's 9 p.m. in America, and I'm not confused. And I wasn't late.
You weren't late, no.
Normally this is when I go, oops, a daisy.
I was here before you, so that was concerning.
You were. That's okay. Sometimes you just got to keep bitches on their toes, you know? It's got to be like, you got to keep with a little bit of panic and fear in their hearts. That's how it goes.
I was worried because I knew it was the time change, and I was FaceTiming with Anthony and Vera, got to see him. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, it's playing.
Oh, it's playing. God.
What's playing?
The show's playing. Can't you hear it?
Oh, no, I was sharing it. But it wasn't me. My volume is off.
It wasn't me. My volume's off. All right, let's do the rounds. Brooke, you're back. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you going? So
We're alive.
happy to be back.
We're all alive today. I think.
We are. I'm pretty sure I have a pulse. Yep,
Yeah.
it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's new in your world?
Same old for me, really. I mean, it's Easter weekend for us, and you know, everybody's all very excited for the chocolate man to come and things. It's a bunny, not a man. You know what I'm saying.
Well, you never know.
Look, I'm in desperate need of an nana. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
An animal?
A nana nap, not
A
enema.
nana.
Oh, okay.
It's been a week. It's been very full on. I'm like, I got to last night, went, oh my God, what's happened? And then it's Friday and there's nothing happening today, and it's yay. Yay. It's happy in my heart day. We didn't kill Tim despite a little bit of bloodshed last week. He's back.
Yeah, proverbial and real. I haven't left my chair since last week. I've been terrified to leave the house, and I'm just glad that everyone's still talking to me. Honestly, so we're good. No. I'm just talking about our discourse, which was fun. It was a good exchange. I thought. So,
David, that's just foreplay. That is just foreplay on this show.
Yeah.
Trust us. Until we get a walk off, it's not successful.
Have a good show.
Have a good show.
Have a good show.
Who walked off? Somebody did.
To the side.
Jeffrey did.
Yeah, Jeffrey did a walkout. Christiana, the offices of Christina and Christina Incorporated. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm hanging in by a thread. Everything's going great. As usual. And like Brooke's kids, I'm actually waiting for a chocolate man to arrive too. So we'll see.
All right.
But getting everything ready for the kids for Easter. I went overboard, but who doesn't? And
what fabulous Italian meals are you cooking?
I'm not cooking shit. My sister-in-law's taking care of that. I think I have to bring. What do I bring? I have to bring taco dip. So I'm on the hook for like the most least.
She's like, fuck this shit. Fuck this K-pop. It's not happening.
She's like, whatever is easiest. I'm like, okay, taco dip is good. The no effort kind of thing. So I'm okay with it.
We like that for you. We love that for you, actually.
I love that for you too.
We do love that for you. Jeffrey, Emmett, you are here.
It's this week has like gone in dog years.
Right.
I almost had to pull a razor blade out my titties and cut a bitch this week. I had a customer call in an order and she screamed at me like nobody has screamed at me. I couldn't tell you. This bitch, okay? She's like, whatever, asked for her thing. She wanted this tuna with this dressing on it, which was disgusting. I mean, the tuna itself, and so she says whatever, and then she's like in Italian. Okay, and she's like, repeat that back.
Whoa.
And I just was like, right? I just kind of that little giggle. And so I repeat it back, and at the end, because we call it oil, right? So I say oil. No oil! And she's screaming.
Oh my goodness.
I said no. And then she says it again and then repeats what she wants on the sub again. And said, I said Italian. And I said, ma'am, we call that oil here. I didn't know that. So then she goes on to tell me about what the other half little thing she wants. Okay, bitch. Okay. Now I know that I had just put up one of the new signs that says old school something, shakers and oil. I made sure that bitch was right by the front door, and then I knew I had a little one. I went and hung that up right by the counter, so right by the checkout there, so that when she came in to pick up her shit, she was gonna see that shit was called fucking oil because I'm a aggressive motherfucker. Okay, so I'm making her food. Doesn't this bitch call back? All right, I miss it because I'm busy, and then I call back. This bitch works for a village. I'm like, oh, and you answer the phone? I'm like, you represent a town? That's cute.
Which village?
I'm not going to say it on there.
Okay.
Eastwick.
So, like, I don't want sauce on my steak. Oh, ma'am, you didn't ask for sauce on your steak. We don't just put sauce on people's shit unless they ask for it. So she comes in and she's stomping with her little saint hooves. And she comes stomping up to the fucking counter. And I'm just like, yeah, it's 1998. She goes, how'd you know it was me? And I'm just like, I recognize cunt when I see one. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Like, what do you want me to say?
Like, what do you think, bitch? You think I can't tell a fucking asshole when I hear one coming in through the door? The way you fucking walked in those shoes, I could tell you got a stick up your ass and you fucking haven't been fucked since 1983, you ass. Jesus, Mary, Mother of God. And then I just kind of like accidentally knocked over the one sign that said oil and picked it up in front of her because I'm a bastard.
Oh, it's so oily. The side's so slippery. Oh,
needless to say, she did not fucking tip me.
Of course not, right? Shit.
Yeah.
But at least you got material for stand up now.
It does.
Fuck her. Okay. Fuck her.
So what village was she from?
Eastwick, I get that.
No, and she's got a horrible fucking name. Horrible name. And I'll talk about it in the stand-up.
That's an off-air exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That one. We need to start doing that Patreon.
How'd you know it was me? I don't come when I see one.
Yeah.
I can smell you from the parking lot.
I mean, she seriously. How'd you know it was me? Lucky guess.
Yeah.
Lucky. So lucky. And of
It was
course,
all the
last but not
brimstone.
least,
That smell of brimstone.
Vera, how's your week been, my love?
It's been a week.
Oh,
My partner, who's been in crime, who's been out for 7 weeks for a broken foot, had planned to take his children to see their grandfather on spring break, and so he's been off this week. So I was hoping again. But it's over.
Vera, he's not coming back. He's not coming back.
He loves me. Everybody loves me. He loves me. He's coming back, but I got a 4-day weekend and I'm so excited. So I'm on the hook to cook the entire dinner. I want to get the taco dip assignment.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Did you celebrate the Last Supper, Holy Thursday today?
Oh, fuck no.
I was really offended. Candace didn't tell me Happy Holy Thursday.
It's Maundy Thursday if you're Italian. Don't the Italians call it Maundy Thursday?
Oh, fuck
Oh, I've never heard that.
I'm a shitty Italian.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a regional thing.
TGIF, baby. TGIF.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Good
I can
Friday.
say.
You guys are. You going to
It
celebrate
is.
the.
Happy Jesus got killed on the cross day.
No, right?
Winning.
We're all gonna go to sleep behind the rock tonight. It's all good.
My father was the Catholic who went and stood on his knees for 3 hours to
Oh my
to honor
God.
I do that
Christ's
too, but it
Christian
doesn't
sacrifice.
Kinky. I like
hurts.
it. Sounds like a good
Gonna be
weekend.
in pain tomorrow.
Now that sounds like a good Friday.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell me about it.
I don't know.
No.
Actually, 3 hours.
Sorry, Pop.
3 hours. Oh, my
My knees
jaw.
would not hold out at this age. There's no
Yeah.
way. I spent too many years on my knees when I was younger. There's
I
absolutely no way
couldn't. I
now.
couldn't do that. I couldn't have done
It
that
has
when
to
I
be
was 20. I
carpeted.
wouldn't have done that when I was 20.
I did. I did it well, and I did it often. I can't do it no more.
3 hours. You did not do 3 hours.
3 hours. The jaw starts to get a bit sore after the second one.
Honey,
3
it was
hours
like a
straight.
revolving door in
Great
an apartment
time.
there for a while.
It's
You know what
all
I'm
about
saying?
practicing.
One would
Yeah.
leave, another one would come in. I was just like, taste the rainbow, bitches.
If you're not coming after 10 minutes, you're on your own.
Well, you got to do a bunch of different
Then you're doing it
techniques.
wrong,
I
right?
got that part. I knew how to
Then
do
you're doing
it.
it wrong.
I didn't
Well,
have
that kinda-
complaints.
How did we get here already? How did we get here already?
Tim's in
Talk
shock
about
now.
the thing.
Hey, I went to college, and sometimes you gotta do it to know you're not gay, right? So
Sometimes you need
Eddie
that
holds
10
the
bucks.
rope.
Sometimes you need that 10 bucks, all right?
yeah, not working in college. I went to the school in the city. It gets expensive. You know, what are you gonna do?
Hey,
$10.
look, and
It
sometimes
wasn't
you
even
got to
10
sleep with a
bucks when
girl
I
and
was
just,
there.
you know.
Yeah.
Daniela, hey girlfriend, thanks for joining us today. All right, well, since there was nothing in the news last week, there's slightly more nothing in the news this week. Let's see how this all goes down.
Load of hot topics.
Nothing
Nothing in the
exciting
news.
happened. Nothing happened this week
I
at
know about
all.
it.
Sign off now.
Nothing happened
Nothing.
at all.
Tom.
Oh, look at his
Oh
puss.
dear.
Look
Yeah.
at
Top in
his
front of
puss.
It looks
Did
photoshopped.
you see the video just before this of
When the
the
door
cop
hit
that
him?
came out first and didn't hold the door for him and he got hit in
Yeah.
the face with the door?
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Do you have the
Yeah.
video? I didn't
No,
see it.
I don't. I tried to
No.
find it. I couldn't find it. So the cop
It was
before
one of
him
the
just
officers
pushes
in
the
the white shirt
yeah.
who came out in front of him, and I think he stepped out of frame for that shot that you just saw. But he
Yeah.
let go of the door, and the door went.
And
I
because
thought
Trump
it
is
was
Trump,
Trump.
yeah, because
Trump
Trump is
catch
Trump,
it,
he didn't
but
even
somebody else
try
did.
and catch it. He just kind of went
No,
against the door.
I think it was the
Yeah.
officer behind him that pushed it open, but
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a face mash moment.
It was
bit
a
cute
moment.
for him. But imagine all the foundation on that door.
You've seen the picture, the meme that's like when your Uber stops too quick.
Yeah,
and
with the
it's
girl's
like-
face on the back of the yeah, they just see the side of the mashed face of Donald's pissed off head. But 34 counts.
Oh.
Ooh, ouchie wawa. And everyone is going to. Rachel Maddow said like summed it up. So that look at around the man. If you don't think the man is guilty, and if you think he is the savior of the world, just look at everyone around him. If everyone around you is going to jail and being convicted, not by popular opinion, by courts of law, which were instated by the man himself, and
by Republicans.
yeah, by the powers that be
that sided against this
Yeah.
president.
These are the people that he put in place. All of
Some
these
of them
people are being the majority. Let's face it. This is all.
He did run a lot of judges through the courts.
This is the world that he created. This is Trump's America. That nasty old grandpas, they're doing things, and they're fucked. Everyone's fucked. Everyone around him is got 9 kilo of shit thrown their way. They're all in jail. Like they should just all be together. It could be a reality show.
Well,
We could go backwards. We could go backwards. Put them all in jail. It'd be amazing, right?
Like Seinfeld in reverse.
he hasn't been
Right?
convicted
Yeah.
yet. Innocent till proven guilty. That's one of the hallmarks of democracy.
But do you think he's gonna do it? Everyone's like, he's gonna do a runner. I'm like, I don't think so. I've never seen
No.
the man run to start with, but you know, I don't think that they're going to. I don't think he'll get necessarily jail time because you know the counts call for jail time, but because he is, you know, he has no convictions against him, they can give him like fines and stuff. He doesn't have any money, so how's he going to pay
He
fines?
doesn't have any money, I know.
How's he going to pay these fines? It's like, whatever, dude. Oh, Daniela says, did you see The Simpsons predicted this in 1994? They are ahead of the curve. But yeah,
The thing that I don't understand is why people are so upset. I keep seeing like this sets a nasty precedent. And I'm like, I don't remember seeing people flipping out when Wesley Snipes went to jail for tax evasion. I don't remember seeing people pissed off when Little Kim went to jail over taxes. I don't remember seeing people being pissed off when Martha Stewart went to jail over a tip in the stock market. So I don't understand why people are so pissed off over somebody falsifying business records and getting in trouble for doing
and
things
for
that are
all of
illegal.
the chat about how you know, they stole the election, all of this shit goes back to 2016.
Yeah.
Where you were trying to rig your own election. Oh, wait, you just got caught out. You got, boy. Like, you got to expect to get got. If there is a paper trail of you paying people off to hush all these... First of all, who would fuck this man?
All of this happened.
Who would fuck this man?
A lot of people.
All of this happened in plain
A lot of
sight.
people.
The Stormy Daniels thing was out before the election. The hush money was out
Nobody cared
before the election. You know, the
illegitimate child, did we know about that?
We didn't know about that before the election, but there was a story about Pecker, whatever the hell his name is. Pecker, I think it is. About
Pecker.
Mr. Pecker paying off somebody who knew about the illegitimate child.
He's a bit of a pecker.
There was definitely a story about that in the Washington Post. A lot of this is not new news, you know? It's just,
I think
you know,
my issue with him has always been the same thing it is with a lot of politicians. They're all hypocritical pieces of shit, you know?
But he tries to act like he isn't. He tries to act like he's above everyone else.
I mean, it's been on TV. There's video clips of him saying one thing and then saying another. There's video clips of him saying, if I was ever to run, I'd run as a Republican because they're fucking idiots. You know what I mean? You can't take that shit back. And everybody just overlooks it. I don't, you know, grab him by the pussy. How do you justify that to your daughters? I don't get it. You know what I mean?
That's why she got married and got out.
And if we've got, you know, Hillary doing the same shit, Biden, whoever, they all need to be fucking charged.
Shit, though.
They all need to be charged. this isn't just about Trump. Any
Biden
of these
is not
motherfuckers
doing the
that
same
have
shit.
fucking done
Okay.
any of this shit all need to fucking go down.
Absolutely.
This is
if
not.
you can prove
This
that
is
somebody's
not
breaking
about.
the law, they go to jail.
This is
We are
not
a country
about.
of laws.
I don't
care who it is.
And I'm not.
You know,
I'm not.
Biden talks out of his ass half of the time. Doesn't know what he's saying. Asleep half the time.
I mean, like I've said before, like, you know, good for the goose, good for the gander, right? And it is. It's a complete political system failure. You know, that they feel like they're above the law. And I saw this week, coinciding, of course, because of the Trump indictment, that Tara Reid, not the actress, but the one who worked for Biden, is now like, well, how come, you know, like there was no hush money involved with me. There was no one even looked into the investigation when I said that Biden sexually assaulted me in the halls of Congress or his office or wherever it was. So, why is nobody looking into that now? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, again, it's just like, it's one group turning their cheek to benefit themselves over the other.
But that's that's where I think that the majority of Democrats say, if you can prove this, you can charge him. Feel free to charge him. If you've got the goods on Joe Biden, you have everybody's blessing to charge him.
But the tweet that I saw her put out was that nobody will talk to her because nobody will take the case against an active president. Kind of like what happened with Trump.
Why this is now Get her on the phone.
Could it possibly be that people aren't willing to take the case because there isn't evidence there?
That's what I was going to say. Could it be that, there's not enough?
If you're going to take just in general.
Maybe, I'm not saying it, but why is it always that there's no case against Biden, but Trump, we knew this and we just delayed it for 7 years because, what I'm saying? It just always seems to be the case.
This investigation.
Well, they didn't bring charges against him while he was since 2016. No
investigation. It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
So how come nobody? Then none of the DAs or anybody brought anything against him previously? And why did they wait for statute of limitations to be passed? That's just what I'm just playing devil's advocate because if you're going to look at one, you have to look at the other.
Somebody who doesn't live for the fraud charges. There's no statute of limitations.
Yeah, but campaigning is a federal law, right? Like, I mean, what's his name? Bill Barr and all those guys were looking into it while he was president and decided not to bring anything against him. So why wasn't anything while he was president?
Fuck.
They're all corrupt, but that's the point. But you can't say they're all corrupt and then be like, oh well, but not these guys because there's no evidence for them. You know what I'm saying?
How do you go after somebody
though? Has the goods.
When they're putting the people in charge that would go after them?
I'm sorry. I looked. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
You can't dismantle the system if you're creating the system,
right? Like if he's putting the players in play that would then go after him, and now they're in his pocket. They're not going to go after him, right?
It goes back to what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, it's all political. It's all political corruptness. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, the fact that Bill Clinton's still walking around after all those allegations too is crazy to me. But
Bill Clinton was investigated for 7 years. The Star
That's
report
the thing. That's
7 years.
Thank you.
Over
That's
a
the thing.
blowjob?
If you are going to take a shot, and this applies to not just anyone in politics and anything, if you're going to take a shot at someone big, you better have the evidence to back it up. Because otherwise, they get away with it. This is not like, oh, he's done one thing. This is a university. This is a corporation under his name. This is paying people off. This is essentially rigging an election because of the funds that he used were campaign funds to pay off on his private life. This is the tip of the iceberg. This doesn't even touch the tax evasion stuff. This doesn't touch the documents that he has had that are a matter of national security. This is the tip of the iceberg. And if the tip of the iceberg is rotten to the core, mixed metaphor, you're fucked. Like, so all those people in the streets that are yelling, and it's like, I know that they don't want to listen and hear, but how much proof do you need?
And I think if you go
He's not a good dude.
If you even go back to the 90s, you can see all these interviews where they're pummeling him about filing bankruptcy on all these properties, right? It's not him personally, it's the corporations.
The corporation,
but all the poor people, right, that are all for him now, they're the ones that all got fucked. He didn't give a fuck about them. He could have paid them off, right? But he didn't care.
New York State is littered with independent contractors who he hired. He was going to make them rich. He had a federal grant. They were going to build this money. And the corporation went bankrupt, and everybody got their money except the little guys.
And then he's constantly, I mean, he's the bully, right? He's, this one failed, this one failed, this one. It's just mind fucking to me. Like, that's the part about him, right? I just don't, he's a fucking piece of shit. And then, and I think the part where I get so pissy is it's this group of people that, you know, there's a few of them, especially in particular, like we got good old Marjorie there and fucking Lauren.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about her in a second.
The fucking moral authority group, right? Where we're like, oh, fucking praise Jesus, and we gotta go, you know, we gotta be a Christian nation. Who are fucking, this guy's our fucking hero who's cheated on the first wife with the second wife, left the fucking second wife for the third wife, and it fucking is sleeping with porn stars. He's not anybody's moral authority. So how are you promoting him? Meanwhile, you're banning books on Rosa Parks. I just can't get behind any of this shit because clearly they don't fucking believe it. So they're just spewing bullshit to you so you buy it. And I don't get it. And then it's like you look at the other side. I can't with none of it.
Well, I was gonna say it's just the definition of politics, right? I mean, that's all it is. It's spewing bullshit to gain power, to change laws and stuff into your favor.
Right, but at the same time, though, I don't see Democrats taking rights away from women. I don't see Democrats taking my rights away to take my kids where I want to take them. I don't see Democrats trying to control my right as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep hearing that we're going to give parents the freedom back, but yet it's not. It's not because it's
only white Christian parents.
It's only white Christian parents that are getting control back. The rest of us are all losing our rights left and right, and everybody else is just kind of like, oh no, it's fine because it doesn't affect us. I don't care what God you pray to. I don't care what church you go to. I don't care if you want to pray in school. I don't care what you do. Okay? What you do at your house is your business. And if my fucking kid wants to draw a picture of his two dads and put it up on the school wall, how does that fucking affect you? It doesn't.
It all.
Just like if your kid wants to draw a picture of his Jesus and put it up on the wall, it doesn't affect my kid. It doesn't affect my house. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? I'll tell my kid, hey, you know what they believe? They believe this dude fucking came out of the sky. His son came down and died on a crucifix to save everybody on the planet. And then there was this guy with a fucking ark and saved. Who cares? I don't care because it doesn't affect me.
Right, but we who all probably agree that are the majority. But the problem is that you have these assholes that are screaming on the news. You know what I mean? Like it's all propaganda. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's because of the people who the extreme right and the extreme left that are battling, media that we get together because that's all we see, and we're like, well, why can't my child say mom and dad? They have to say parents, and you're like, well, why can't they say my two dads? And they have to say, like, we all agree, we need to mind our own fucking business. You know what I mean? That's what it starts at. Fix what's in your home first before you start worrying about what in other people's homes. You know what I mean? Whatever this person does and that person does and that person does, it's none of my concern because it has nothing to do with how I do things at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we all mostly agree that way.
Very hard to fix what's going on in your home when the government are trying to mandate what you can and can't do with your own body.
Yeah.
The end. But what's good for the goose
so,
is good for
honestly,
the gander.
So can I ask you a question then? So you think it's okay? And I'm legitimately asking. So you think it's okay for a child who may be confused about identity, who's under the age of, let's say, 12, to take hormone blockers that may affect them down the road? I'm just asking. I'm asking.
Why is it confusion? What you don't? No one knows. Like
because there's a reason why we don't let children vote. There's a reason why we don't let children smoke or drink or vote because at that age they probably don't know what's best for them moving forward. And I'm not saying a parent necessarily does, but I've seen a lot of children who want to be cowboys. We'd have an awful lot of cowboys and princesses if we let every child follow those dreams moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what you do? You know what you do? You educate them. You don't pretend it doesn't happen.
Right, but you have a lot of parents who are bringing them as
You want my answer?
doctors.
You want my answer? You'll get it. You educate them. You don't shut books. You don't close down ideas because that's a whole different problem. If there are people out there that are trans, whether you believe it or not, whether anyone in the world believes it or not, this is a fact. It is not something that someone's made up. It is not a mental illness. There are people out there that are gay. There are people out there
No, I
that are
don't believe
straight.
that it is.
We have to
Yeah,
make this.
I don't think it's a
make
mental
this
illness by any
make
means.
this-
And-
I didn't say. I'm just. Look. You want my answer? I'm giving it to you. What we have to do is make sure that there is an answer for any kid that is looking for the question to go, am I okay? Am I normal? Is there something wrong with me? When you take knowledge away from people, you're proving the point. You're making them feel outside. You're making them feel other so that they can be bullied, that all this shit can happen. We're going to talk later about an 11-year-old who committed suicide in her own school because
When
she
you are
couldn't
talking-
organize a support group for people that have lost their parents because it would make other people feel weird.
There's a law that just passed in Mississippi where any child that was in any state of trance is going to be reassigned to their gender from birth. That is draconian. These children, it's not like you can go to the store and say, I want to be a boy today and buy a penis. This is years of therapy. This is years of medical treatment. This is not a rash decision. And I know that every Republican wants to cite this one guy who regretted it. But 98% of the people who do end up post-surgical transitioning are happy in the transition.
And even if you do,
they're
Vera,
all
if you
terrified at the moment,
if you do
they're
regret it at the end of the day, that's a life lesson as well.
Their existence is being taken away.
You can't just if you can't just go, look, it's all roses and butterflies after it happens either.
But
a lot of people do have issue after they transition.
I think you're part of these bills that are being
that's you live, you
into
learn.
them. The problem is it's not just about hormone blockers or surgery, right? A lot of these bills, especially down south where I was, is that you cannot take your child, they're banning it and making it illegal for parents to take their child to go get talk therapy about being transgender.
For
and it
putting
makes
your
it
son in
a
a dress.
felony to take your child across state lines to just go get positive reinforcement about them being trans. So if I were to take my kid Aiden, right, the 11-year-old, just to talk therapy because he felt that, he was meant to be a woman, and the therapist was pro that, that like, it's okay that you feel you're a woman, I could get charged with a felony and have my kids taken away. That's going on down south right now. That is
why
law.
does it hurt anyone if Timmy
that
wants to be Tammy and wear a dress? It doesn't. Why does that hurt your kids? Why does it hurt anybody?
So keep it in your house.
And how do
straight
white men get to tell a gay
No offense.
or trans men, not you, you know what I mean? I don't mean like you, but I mean the politicians who are not doctors, not scientists. How do they get to tell somebody who's lived this what it's like and what it means? And I don't know what the answer is.
No one does.
I don't know.
The answer is just mind your own fucking business.
But the fact that
mind your own business and get educated.
therapy?
Don't shut down education because 100 years ago we didn't believe in depression. We didn't believe in all of these mental health issues that are obviously plaguing everywhere. Autism, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it didn't exist. None of that existed 100 years ago. So who's to say in 20 years' time what we will find out about the human brain and brain chemistry and all that kind of thing? You can't shut down education just because it makes you uncomfortable.
Right.
In general.
Agreed.
But I want to move the conversation forward. Sorry, Brooke, finish up.
I was just going to say, in the whole vein of not discussing and not educating, how many grown adult men are out there right now who are so far in the closet, they're welded shut because they believe that society will fucking judge them because it was never
you lived through that.
Fucking accepted. Education.
I mean, look at Bruce. If Bruce Jenner can become Caitlyn, let's come on. That's all I'm saying.
Not a good reference.
That's not a good reference. You'd get a better lip with me.
I just don't understand how it hurts anybody else. if
Mind your own
doesn't.
these
business.
parents and these children
doesn't.
are experiencing something so totally private, why does it hurt you?
Well,
how does it hurt your kid?
stops being private
When it
when
becomes
the
a
kid
public
goes
issue.
in public.
Yeah, when it becomes a public issue. But anyway, we're gonna move on because what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and someone who has been all about inciting, drama and hate kind of got a little bit of her own medicine this week.
Who is that?
Oh, Marge thought she was going to ride into New York. Marge thought she was coming into New York to save the day. Marge thought she was here, and then she got fucked. She had to run. That bitch had to go.
My favorite was Santos. Did you see Santos?
I did not see
I made a
Santos.
video. Did you see Marjorie Taylor Greene on New York City? It's disgusting. It's repulsive. It smells bad. I think it's a very terrible place. And I'll take things her gynecologist said for $500. Allegedly.
Oh,
That's
Marge.
hilarious.
Marge, I saw a video this week where Marjorie can't even get the facts of her own personal life straight, let alone anything else. She thinks that Joe Biden has been president for 33 years, apparently.
Oh, I missed that.
What?
Yeah. So, allegedly, when she was in high school, there was a school. Someone brought guns to school, and Joe Biden, who she said by name, took the guns away from that school because there was a ban of guns in the school, and she could have been hurt. First of all, he wasn't president 33 years ago, March. She's off by like several months, like at least nearly 6 months about the actual line of events when she was in school as to when the shooter is. This is all of public record. You can't, they're all about fake news. You can't. All right, so if the news is fake, you can't just make shit up and go, this is the truth now.
I love her so much.
This is the truth now, because we'd all be fucking millionaires, right? If it was that simple, we go, oh, well, I don't have to pay taxes because, I'm a millionaire now. It's okay. I don't do that. It's like in the Marjorie Taylor Greene school of things, like you can just selective facts, I guess is what we're calling it. If it's fake news, then there's selective facts as well. She is the gift that keeps on giving. If you love idiots, if you love fucking idiots, and if you vote for this woman, you should probably go get an IQ test stat.
Oh, come on. I don't want her to leave.
I know she can stay around, but who the fuck votes for her?
People who listen, I'm not gonna lie. If I was
you love her,
I would fucking vote for her ass. I'd vote for Lauren just because
they're funny.
They have no power here. Somebody's going to drop a house on them, allegedly, like the fucking Wicked Witch of the West or East. You know what I mean? Like those two fucking Bobbsey twins, they bring me so much goddamn joy. Every time I open Twitter, I know there's going to be something new. I look forward to it every goddamn day.
Well, let's be honest. Somebody's probably going to drop a paternity suit on Lauren's husband. That's got to be coming, right? He can't keep that thing in his pants.
I can't wait till I want to see it.
His penis?
Well, those teenage girls certainly didn't want to see it, Jeff.
Well, come on,
you don't want to say it was illegal.
Yeah, I want to see what he's working with. Show me what you're working with. Show me what you got.
It might be a weapon. He's not concealing his weapon.
Come on, Mr. Bullock.
That gun joke. No, okay, sorry.
For people who are so obsessed with children being exposed to the horrors of a drag show,
doesn't matter if you try to fuck him, though, does it?
Lauren Boebert's husband showed his penis to teenagers.
Yeah. It's all different if you try to fuck them. It's
beyond belief.
But anyway, since we talked about drag shows. Did anyone see the CMT Awards where Kelsey Ballerini openly flaunted the upcoming drag band and pulled out a whole heap of drag queens on stage. It's a cute moment. I love that it happened at the CMT Awards, and you know, country music is getting a little bit of a shake up, but it is still so.
I was shocked to see her gun control speech at the beginning.
Yeah, they're fucking it
That
up.
was
Like
fucking brave.
the young female country artists are like delivering the messages of the youth today quite prevalently. What I'm looking for, and it probably won't happen in our lifetime, is a male country artist to just step away from the my guns, my America, my truck mentality and go, yeah, look, there is a separate lifestyle that, you know, country music fans don't all.
Brothers.
What's he gonna sing about?
That one of the brothers is also gay.
Brokeback Mountain.
I was going to say
country duo.
Oh, I must say, actually, Orville Peck's doing big things for queer country music, like, but visibility wise, there's not someone that's like Chicka Pow. Shania Twain's the old queen of country. She loves a wig now. She's living her life, but yeah, drag queens are everywhere. Like, I don't think you can get away from drag queens these days. Like, they are the evil that is coming to infiltrate the world. I'm sorry. Like, you can't laugh your ass off at one of the queens from RuPaul's Drag Race and then have a problem with someone reading a story at the library, because it's not going to be, oh, cunty honey girlfriend, I came downstairs and fucked your husband. Oh, what, sister? That's like, if that happens, someone at the library done fucked up, and you need to talk to the library.
That's my favorite thing too. Is like one of the chicks on my page that was going off about that. I've seen the picture of her and her kids with her son with his face in the Hooters chick's tits.
That's not a problem.
Like,
that's education, isn't it?
What are you you're mad.
Go on, boy, go get in.
Don't take your kid to drag hour. But you're sticking your son's face in the Hooters girl's tits, and you think that's cute? What are you teaching him about a woman's body? That it's okay because she works for fucking less than minimum wage that he can treat a woman like that? Like, come on, what the fuck?
It's all right because it's boobs and beers in America and guns.
But no, the drag queens are sexualized in America. Yeah. Oh my god, guy in 40 pairs of pantyhose and fucking plastic tits or rice tits.
You want to talk pain? Talk to a drag queen. You want to talk pain? Talk to a drag queen.
And I'll never remember his name. He's not someone who pops up on my feed a lot. He's a right-wing pundit, and he was talking about the old Bud Light commercials where you used to be able to see big-breasted girls in bikinis, and now he had to see Dylan Mulvaney. It's like, this brother is screaming about drag queens, and he's pissed off that Bud Light doesn't use bikini-clad girls to sell beer anymore.
How much drama is this? How much drama is this beer can causing?
I know a bunch of gays that are even annoyed.
But who drinks Bud anyway? Ew.
Bud Light. It's probably the worst beer on the planet.
I haven't heard about this whole thing, but
Coors Light is the worst beer on the planet.
I saw a video about it, but I don't know what happened.
So there is now a rainbow on the can of Bud Light, and it says something like it says something about visibility or everyone deserves to be seen or something like that. And now, like, Kid Rock won't drink Bud Light anymore. I'm like, well, first of all, when have you been relevant in the last 15 years? But, like, it's a can of beer. Yeah.
You know what the bad news is for all
it's a can of beer. Don't drink it.
The bad news for all
the thing is, the ones that have the rainbow.
This beer can. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm
just gonna make a joke.
Bud Light did the market research. They know that marketing towards gay America is going to sell more beer than marketing towards the cis white.
Because we got that disposable income because we don't got no kids.
Listen, I am going to say, okay, right, I've been a stakeholder in Anheuser-Busch for a long time, all right?
Busch
has not been great for a long And I didn't really know what the hell was going on because I've been too busy, frankly, working, and I don't give a fuck. And then I caught wind of this like yesterday or something. So I happened to go look at my stocks. And didn't I make a fuck ton of money? So thank you, Dylan, and thank you, fucking Rainbow Bud Light. I'm gonna buy me a can of that shit and dump it down the drain because it's gross as fuck.
And that's the thing. They're like, "Oh, let's buy it all and pour it out." I'm like, "Well, you're still buying it, you fucking
You've already
idiot."
paid for it.
Like you're already,
Please,
they got your
buy
money.
it, dump it out,
Yeah,
buy
they already bought it. Yeah.
Like, don't buy the.
Thank
fucking
you.
deal.
Help my bottom line. I appreciate you.
All of the market research
I made a
is
fucking
telling
killing.
these people that if they market it towards a more diverse audience, they're going to sell more shit.
I made
You
so
know,
much money.
it has nothing to do with anybody's
Oh, my
feelings. It's
fucking
all
money.
about the money.
But
They've
then
done the research.
I saw a video that said like, okay, well, I'm gonna throw out my Bud Light and then I'm gonna buy Coors Light, and then the guy was like, well, Coors Light is under the Coca-Cola company that donates money or that runs the LGBTQIA whatever community and donates that and has been supporting it for 15 years, and you've probably been buying Coke products for even longer than 15 years, so you've been supporting that system the entire fucking time. So just so you know, the ones with the rainbow on the can, the guys come in those. So it's just
Christina's just upped the fucking sales of Bud Light herself.
Yeah, I definitely did.
The sad truth
I'm gonna go buy a
is
shit ton of cans.
that these corporations aren't just supporting gay rights. They're supporting gun rights. They're giving money to every candidate on the planet. They're
playing both sides.
They're playing both sides.
Just like politicians. No one in this world is good and pure. God, wake up to yourself.
I am.
Not even Taylor Swift, because did you hear that Taylor Swift is trying to summon demons at her concert, apparently.
Well, I'm sure she is.
Oh,
She's an alien herself.
Oh, we got an angry face, guys. Someone's angry at us.
Ooh,
I love it. We got an angry
You talk
face.
shit about Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift has been accused of.
Was it about the condom?
I can't even say it with a straight face. So in her new 3.5 hour show,
that sounds like
she
fucking torture.
that she does in front of 70,000 people a night for the ticket prices that she charged, I would do whatever I liked anyway. She's being accused of performing a satanic / witchcraft rite, trying to indoctrinate people into Satanism.
Yeah,
that takes a lot longer than 3.5 hours. So fuck those people who don't have.
It's like a TAFE course. You got to get like units and stuff like that. It's
100%. Fucking hell.
You can't find the blood of a newborn that easily. The dead man's toe. It's just it's not that easy.
It's
but
not that easy.
if you're going to be a Satanist, or you're looking for Satan, are you looking at Taylor Swift? I mean, look at Rammstein and Slipknot and all that shit. Like, I don't know that Taylor's number one on the list of Satanists to look out for. The Hot 100 of Satanists. I don't think Taylor's like bridged up there. Like,
nope.
Like
people are fucking stupid.
They like the dance. Her and the dancers walk around in hoods. It's like in part of the Evermore section. So it's that hippie folklore bullshit she went when she was trying to like make some more money because Scooter Braun took all of her money. So they walk around in robes and stuff. I'm like, hasn't that been Stevie Nicks' shtick for like the last 700 years?
It was just a hooded cape.
Taylor?
Over like an 18th century gown, right?
Yeah.
But isn't that what women wore as winter coats in the 18th century before zippers?
That's why they burned us.
Yeah,
that means that everybody in that fucking show is a.
You're fine now.
Yeah, you're all right.
Look, I got through it.
I got through it. We all did it. Oh, guys, I'm not going to talk much about it, but have you guys seen Clint Eastwood lately?
No.
He's apparently going to sign on to do his last movie at Warner Brothers. It looks like it might be his last movie. Look at Clint.
Yeah. I think his last movies were shit.
Oh, oh God!
Father time. Oh my God, Brooke.
It's the Christian. The Christians have gotten the
Over.
brook. The Christians have gotten the brook. It's all over.
Oh man.
He does look like hell.
He does. It's
The
like,
power of Christ
baby,
compels you.
baby, just
I'm so
retire.
sorry.
It's like just. There's a time where you can just retire. It's okay. Like you don't have to make movies. I'm sure. But I think he's got a couple of ex-wives and stuff. Doesn't he?
He
Probably needs
likes
to make.
movies. He likes making movies.
Look, I have enjoyed his directorial stuff. So
I thought
yeah.
his last two movies were shite.
Okay, cool.
Complete and utter shite.
All right. Cry
You
macho,
okay there,
not for
Brookie?
Vera.
My tripod just broke.
Oh fuck.
It happens to the best of us. Whose light fell on them? That was Vera, wasn't it?
Me.
It was me. My late
Oh,
fella.
yeah,
Vera had
yours
her.
fell too.
Vera had
Yeah.
her light. Jeff's had his light. Like you guys need to secure things more fastly to things.
Fucking Kmart.
I don't. Should we? I don't know. I feel like that's a very heavy topic to finish the show on.
What?
Could you let me finish the show?
Yeah,
Wait,
true.
Tim. Did you tell Steve about the other what the fuck moment that Melissa had, or that we could bring up about what?
Oh, you can be all right if you've got a what.
No.
You can
No?
be the What the Fuck Weekly. You can tell us later. That sounds
Yeah.
good. I like it.
Okay.
We will
Yeah,
we
we
will
have a
talk
good
about it briefly because it was in the news. So there is
Oh,
a case.
that's so sad.
There is a court case it's going to be happening regarding this 11-year-old girl who committed suicide in her school. She was found hanging by one of her classmates, and it turns out that this was a long time coming. The school is under investigation for not taking the repeated and constant reports of bullying seriously enough. This young lady had been through her father passing away from cancer and was bullied to the point where she felt the only option was to take her own life. And the school have not handled it well at all. I think we can all agree that the onus does lie on the school there, right? Like, yeah.
Well, I think the
Vera?
onus lies on anybody who allows bullying to happen. You know, we gotta stick up for each other. If you see somebody being bullied, say something. One of my proudest moments, and I'm just an aunt, I'm not a parent, was my sister and I were at a swim meet. Matthias, there were other swim moms, and the other swim moms didn't talk to us. We didn't make the grade. But one of them was talking to someone, and she leaned over and she said to Dia, she said, "Oh, you're Matthias's mom." She said, "Well, you know, you should be really proud of your son because the other day, whatever her son's name was, Max came home from swim practice and he said that the boys were picking on somebody. And Matthias turned around and said, 'That's not cool. You don't get to bully.'" And that is one of my proudest moments as an aunt. I think that is, you know, one of the coolest things. And when he went to be an Eagle Scout, I, as his godmother, had to write the letter, and I used that. And one of the guys on the panel that decided said he stood up to a bully. What could be more Eagle Scout than that? And I think we got to teach our kids to stand up against bullies. I mean, yes, the school didn't act on this, but we also got to. The bully has multiple victims, not just the bullied, but the bystanders who don't say anything are as much victims as the bullied kid. So we got to make
especially in this case.
We got to make sure that our kids know you can stand up to the bully, that we got their back. Don't stand
It's
by.
okay, and it's also okay to stand out from the pack if so,
Yeah.
because bully mentality spreads. You know, bullies have cronies. There's always a hierarchical structure. It's not like they're acting on their own. And for someone that is different or that, you know, is going through something different and does get bullied, I think as adults, and I think you're selling yourself short there. You don't have to be a parent, Vera, to have a positive effect on a child's life. I think that our job as the adults in the situation is to educate and support and just go, hey, if this isn't a good environment for you, then we'll do what it takes to make a good environment for you. Don't settle for a school going, oh, we're doing the best we can, because that's bullshit. Yeah, at the end of the day, you've got to look after the health and mental health of your child and their best interests. We're trying to work around Brooke's. She's gone. She's left the building. She's technical out.
There's a walkout. There's a walkout.
There's our walkout. But I think the overwhelming message is it's just sad. Like that an 11-year-old, and it's not an isolated thing. There's kids this young that are having these feelings.
Yeah.
No matter if it's regarding their mental health, their sexuality, their gender, their bullying at school. Like these are serious problems for these kids, and you can't sweep things under the rug. No one can make everything all better, but you can educate and you can help. So I think
just one person standing up against the bully, just one person standing next to a bullied child makes a world of difference.
Yeah.
And
if you are having feelings of overwhelming feelings, please do reach out to your local area. There's always, as we say when we talk about this stuff, there's always someone who will listen to you, whether it's your family or not. Sometimes family are too close, friends are too close. Look it up in your local area.
Reach out to strangers.
Yeah, there's always a 24-hour support network that you can speak to if you are having difficulties in your life that you feel are insurmountable. There is no problem that you can't get through. And Vera is always our problem because she gets so heated that, the sprinklers go off. So it's that time of the week. It is time for Vera Bed. Okay, girlfriend.
I have notes.
3, 2, 1.
I am about to beat the dead horse deader. Okay, kids? Over this course of this week, we have heard time and time and time again how unprecedented it is to arrest a former president. And yes, it is unprecedented to arrest a former president, but it's not unprecedented to arrest corrupt politicians. But I think that this former president, has been the hallmark of an unprecedented tenure as our president. And the unprecedented things that have happened in the Trump administration have been 30,000 provable lies during the 4 years he was in office. 30,000. It amounts to 21 provable lies every single day. Now, yes, we talk a lot about every politician tells falsehoods. And the lies are any statement that is untrue in at least some part. Obama had told untruths, yes. In his first 100 days of office, there were one untruth from Obama. In his first 100 days in office, Joe Biden told 20. In Trump's first 100 days of office, he told 1,700 unprecedented, provably wrong things. More than half of the 20-person cabinet that Trump had over the 4 years of his tenure as president were under investigation for unethical behavior. The director of the Office of Government Ethics, and we do have one, and they were very powerful for a very long time until the director was fired by Donald Trump, and the position was never filled. But that's another story. He kept calling for the Congress to investigate these breaches of ethics. because these people that Trump was putting in places of power were under investigation for tax fraud, were under investigation for insider trading, were under investigation for being under the influence of foreign powers. These are unprecedented. There was a federal ethics law put into place in the 90s to prevent this stuff from happening. And they investigate politicians who are under financial obligation to foreign governments. 20 of the 28 people who served under President Trump could not pass through the ethics board clearance. Okay, that is unprecedented. And of the people, the 28 people that were on Trump's cabinet, half of them could not get government clearance. Yes, it's true that the president can legally override the State Department's clearance, and he did, but half of them. Another part of the Trump administration cabinet that was unprecedented was the fact that he appointed people to be acting directors. No one was cleared by Congress. There was very few people in the Trump cabinet were cleared by Congress. And that was really unfortunate. You know that Jared and Ivanka made money working in the cabinet for President Trump. They made billions from Saudi Arabia and from China. That is unprecedented. Okay? And the acting directors used to be a stopgap for the transition between new Congresses being seated midterm, but it became an overused trope in the Trump administration because Trump would bully and fire anybody who opposed him. Again, something very unprecedented. It's very unprecedented to have a president who won't step away from his business interests. Every president before him has stepped away from their business interests so that there would be no appearance of conflict of interest. But President Trump not only refused to step away and have the business run by his children, which was what he said he would do when he was on the campaign trail, he made more money when he was in office. He made money off the Secret Service by insisting that he stay only in Trump hotels, and the Secret Service had to pay Trump hotel top rates for premium rooms in these hotels, and he made thousands of dollars a day. They had to rent out the entire an entire floor of Trump Tower, New York, an entire floor of the Trump Hotel, Washington. They had an entire floor at Mar-a-Lago. They had rooms at every single golf course that Trump insisted on golfing at every week. He was making millions off of Secret Service staying near him when he stayed in his own hotels. That is unprecedented. You know what's unprecedented? The merchandise. He put the presidential seal on glasses and mugs and beer cans and koozies, and he sold them. And all the while, he's put America first on the top of the hat, and it was made in China on the back. Trump flags, a direct, unprecedented violation of the flag code. And Trump just kept making Trump flags, put his face on the American flag, his face with an AR-15. Trump has done everything unprecedented for the beginning of this campaign. So if he's unprecedented now, who's surprised?
Look alive, people. Oh, you've killed Christina steps back in at the last minute. Very nice. I'm here. All right, well, I'm apparently going to hand over to Tim for this week's What the Fuck.
What the?
Okay. So,
face looks promising.
yeah. So, interesting story. A person I know works in the court system and sat in on a criminal case that occurred on Long Island this weekend. And it was a garbage truck driver, brand new to the job, first few days on the route, I guess, and is approaching an intersection. And at the intersection is a coffee shop, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, 7-Eleven, who knows. But walking into this coffee shop was an attractive young lady. So he yells and whistles out the window at the woman entering. She turns to look at him as he's making a left-hand turn through the intersection. Because he's distracted and because of the large container arms on the front of his garbage truck,
Oh, no.
He proceeds to run over a middle-aged woman at the intersection.
Oh my God.
Oh my
As
god.
he hits her, he feels the thump. But at the same time, a box is falling out of his truck. So he feels that the bump is just from the box falling. He stops at the intersection to get out to see what happened and notices the woman who was dragged underneath the wheels of his dump truck. Shocked, whatever, everything happens, comes to a head. As the police are processing the scene, one of the other cars at the intersection is a Tesla. The Tesla records its surroundings in a 360 view constantly while the car is operating. And the owner gives his USB drive, or however that works, to the courts, and they are able to play the 360 video of the person being run over in real time. And you can see the woman who, instead of running forward or backwards, not that it's her fault in the slightest, proceeds to sidestep away from the truck as if she's going to stop it with her bare hands, and hopefully he realizes she's in front of him. And you proceed to see her get swallowed and run over and dragged underneath this dump truck. The woman who he whistled.
It's like Faces of Death.
Yeah. So it was played on repeat for the people in the courtroom to see this woman's demise on repeat.
Oh shit!
And
She died.
She died. So he's being charged with all different counts of. I don't want to quote anything, God forbid anybody's listening or hearing. I don't want to say any charges that may be wrong, But it's quite interesting. Yeah, quite the interesting case. Because a straight guy yelled out a window at a pretty woman walking in.
And look what happens. Toxic masculinity.
All over the place.
But the woman who was catcalled.
Make that story more what the fuck, as if that pretty woman had been a trans
person.
Right, yeah. Well, supposedly, and I don't mean to speak ill, but the person said that woman came in to testify, about her being catcalled, and apparently wasn't all that attractive. So that's what it really counts, right?
Oh, yeah. She's not hot enough for someone to die for her.
That's right. But was it worth it, really? So,
but I just when I heard this, I just couldn't believe that the Tesla, the technology of a car, has a video of the entire thing going on, even though the car wasn't even running.
Tesla's not only going to fuck your bank balance, it's going to fuck your alibi.
It's insane. Just the fact that it records all the motion.
That is pretty crazy.
That is a stunning turn of events. If you've had a stunning turn of events in your life, we would love to hear about them, and you can do so completely anonymously. That is right. Guys. If you go to our page, pinned at the top of our page and on our social medias, we have the form, I guess, the online form for uncensored confessions. This is completely anonymous, folks. You do not have to put your name to it. If you have a problem, an issue, if you hate some bitch, write in and let us know, and we'll give you our opinion on it. Because let's face it, if you want an opinion, we've got a few for you. I don't know if you've heard.
If you mention me by name, I'll send you a T-shirt.
Just don't mention Tim by name, or he might run you over with his garbage truck.
Yeah, right.
Just don't be a hot bitch in New York, right? That's Tim.
Yeah.
I'll run you down, bitch. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are over time today, so thank you for joining us, especially Brooke. Wait, she did say sorry. Sorry, guys. That's okay.
We didn't have Chris stand there with the light.
Yeah, right. I know, right? Thanks for joining us. We will see you again next week on UCR Live. Bye. Watch out for dump trucks. Bye. Oh my God. Anytime now. And Tim's in the cast too.
I love
That will
that
be-
addition.
That will be fixed this week before Jeffrey says anything.
Oh